lastimado en un accidente automovilístico o en un accidente de trabajo,
¿está preocupado por su salud e ingresos debido a su accidente?
¿Inquieto por el futuro de su familia?
No está solo. Llame a las oficinas legales de Maldonado y Corbett para una consulta gratis. Infórmese antes de que sus derechos sean violados.
En las oficinas legales de Maldonado y Corbett le atenderemos 100% en su idioma.
Y recuerde, somos hispanos, somos humanos
y tenemos derechos.
Vea nuestro anuncio en el Nacional.
So the Dragonfly Home provides comprehensive services specifically to victims of human trafficking. So that looks like intensive case management, counseling, and we want to help these people get plugged into whatever services they need. So that could be medical care, that can be legal assistance, it could be services for their children. Really whatever they need, we have formed partnerships to make sure that they're taken care of. Yeah, so the three co-founders, we founded the Dragonfly Home this year, actually in March, but it's because of all of the work that we've done over the years with victims of trafficking. We all have this passion on our hearts to help this specific population. So we have over 20 years of experience working with people who were exploited for sex or for labor. Yeah, so I am proud to say that even though human trafficking is a major problem in Oklahoma, that Oklahoma has been really proactive about addressing the issue. So we have legislators who are creating legislation to combat the crime and to help victims of trafficking. We have several task forces. So we're members of the Oklahoma Human Trafficking Task Force. But there's also a child trafficking task force in Tulsa, and there's a law enforcement specialized task force. We have people in Oklahoma who come together no matter what they do so that they can help this problem, combat this issue. So we do work with law enforcement. We work with everybody that has an interest in this and that has an understanding of it. So the Dragonfly Home partners with mental health facilities, we partner with doctors, we partner with attorneys, we partner with all kinds of people because the needs are so great. Human trafficking victims typically need almost everything. And so we have to all come together and work collaboratively in order to effectively address the issue. Yeah, so statistics out there say that the average age of a sex trafficking victim first being trafficked is around the ages of 12 to 14 years old. Previously, we did some kind of data work and we found that most of the people that we served, their average age was 25, but that they had so often been exploited as minors as well. We've also worked with older victims, so there is no one face to a trafficking victim. It can be somebody very young. We've seen toddlers who are sold by their families, but we've also seen people in their 60s who are being exploited. Knowing that there is no one face to a victim, but the things that we see most often are that there is some kind of unhealthy family situation or that there's neglect. So maybe there's some type of abuse or neglect in the home. If there is a teacher that's looking for it, I would say that maybe there are signs of physical abuse or sexual abuse, that maybe they're skipping school, that there are some behavioral issues, that there's just something off. And so what we see from the public so much is that they might run across these victims on a daily basis, and there's this feeling in your gut that something is just not right. And so if your gut feels that way, then that means that something is wrong. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily trafficking, but to reach out to the appropriate resources. So that's my suggestion. So I recommend that everyone goes to thedragonflyhome.org. That's our website. We also have an information line. So this is just for general questions and volunteering. It's 405-212-3378. And the human trafficking helpline, if you have something that you want to ask a question about regarding trafficking, or you suspect something, or maybe you need help personally, the number is 405-212-3377.